Dracula am not a man of many fears. I have lived for centuries, seen empires rise and fall, and have faced down countless pitchfork-wielding villagers. But this Halloween I experienced a terror so profound, so utterly soul-crushing, it made me shiver in my very coffin. My fangs were missing. Yes, you heard me correctly. My fangs, the very instruments of my immortal existence, my pride, my joy, were nowhere to be found. I awoke from my daily slumber, my ancient bones craving a taste of the night, only to find my mouth toothless. It was a ghastly sight. I looked in the mirror, but I could not bring myself to stare for too long. I resembled a very pale, very sad-looking grandfather who had misplaced his dentures. It was a most undignified look for the Prince of Darkness. I immediately began a frantic search of my castle, my velvety cape swishing behind me in a most undignified fashion. I checked every shadowy corner, every hidden crypt, even the dusty armoire where I keep my spare capes. Nothing. My loyal servant Igor hobbled in, his hunchback looking more pronounced than usual from the sheer horror of the situation. "Master," he stammered, "I can help. I shall retrace your every step." And so we did. We started in the grand ballroom, where I had practiced my most intimidating dance moves the night before. I remembered a particularly vigorous spin that might have sent them flying. We then checked the library, where I had been reading a rather dull human book on dental hygiene. Could a tooth-themed book have consumed them? Unlikely, but at this point, I would not put it past the universe. The search continued for hours. Igor suggested we check the bat cave. "Master," he said, "perhaps you left them in the roost when you were hanging out." I gave him a withering look, but followed him anyway. The bats, however, were of no help. They just chirped and squeaked, probably gossiping about my sad, fangless predicament.